Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to push you to be your best. And the truth is most people don't care whether you succeed or fail. It might sound harsh, but here's the flip side. That's your greatest advantage, because the moment you stop waiting for support, the moment you stop looking for approval, and the moment you accept that your success is entirely in your hands, that's the moment you take control of your life. Most people never reach their full potential. Not because they're not talented, not because they don't have what it takes, but because they waste their time waiting. Waiting for the right moment, waiting for someone to believe in them, waiting for life to get easier. But life doesn't wait, it moves on with or without you. You have two choices. Keep waiting or start working. Keep making excuses or start making progress. Nobody cares about your dreams as much as you do. And that's why you have to do the work. You have to push yourself. You have to demand more from yourself because no one else will. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to develop relentless focus, how to build discipline when motivation fades, and how to stop waiting for support and start taking action. Stay with me for the next few minutes as I break down the mindset shifts and habits that separate the successful from everyone else. Let's dive in. Number one, own your struggles. No one else will. Your struggles are yours alone. That's the harsh reality. Nobody is going to wake up in the morning thinking about your problems. Nobody is going to fight your battles for you. People might sympathize, they might offer words of encouragement, but at the end of the day, it's you who has to do the work. The sooner you accept this truth, the sooner you take control of your life. Too many people waste time waiting for someone to come and fix their situation. They blame their circumstances, their upbringing, their past failures. They tell themselves that if only they had more money, better connections, or fewer challenges, success would come easily, but life doesn't work that way. Success isn't handed out, it's earned. And the people who achieve it aren't the ones with the easiest path. They're the ones who own their struggles and turn them into fuel. When you stop expecting life to be fair, everything changes. You stop looking for shortcuts. You stop feeling sorry for yourself. You stop waiting for things to magically improve. Instead, you start doing the work. You start training yourself to push through the obstacles instead of running from them. You start seeing challenges as opportunities to grow rather than reasons to quit. The truth is most people never reach this point. They stay stuck in the same place, making excuses instead of making progress. They wish someone would understand their pain. They wait for someone to come along and make things easier, but nobody is coming. And while they wait, time keeps moving. The people who win in life aren't the ones who had everything handed to them. They're the ones who decided to take full responsibility, no matter how unfair life seemed. Think about the strongest, most successful people you know. Do you think they got there by complaining, by blaming their past, by waiting for the perfect moment? No, they got there by facing their struggles head on. Instead of using hardship as an excuse, they used it as motivation. Instead of dwelling on what they didn't have, they focused on what they could build. And that's exactly what you need to do. Stop blaming. Stop waiting. Stop looking for someone to save you. Your struggles belong to you. And so does your success. The only way forward is through. The only way to grow is to push yourself beyond what feels comfortable. Nobody else can do that for you. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep waiting for life to get easier, or are you going to get stronger? Are you going to keep making excuses, or are you going to keep making excuses, or are you going to take action? The choice is yours. But just remember, nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody is coming to do the work for you. The only person who can change your life is you. And that change starts the moment you take full responsibility for where you are and where you're going. Own your struggles. Own your future. Now get to work. Number two, stop seeking approval. Build unbreakable self-belief. Most people spend their entire lives chasing approval. They seek validation from friends, family, colleagues, and even strangers, hoping that someone will recognize their potential and give them permission to succeed. But here's the truth. Nobody's opinion will change your reality. Nobody's approval will put in the work for you. And the more time you spend looking for validation, the less time you spend actually making progress. The people who achieve greatness aren't the ones who waited for the world to cheer them on. They're the ones who believed in themselves when no one else did. They pushed forward in silence without applause, without encouragement, just relentless belief in their vision. If you rely on others to fuel your motivation, you'll always be at their mercy. You'll always be at their mercy. The moment people stop supporting you, you'll lose your drive. And that's a dangerous place to be because success is a lonely road. There will be times when nobody believes in you, when people laugh at your ambitions, when even those closest to you don't understand your vision. If you can't move forward without their approval, you'll stay stuck forever. Think about it. How many dreams have died because people were too afraid of what others might think? How many ideas never turned into reality because someone was who's scared of being judged? The fear of disapproval is one of the biggest killers of potential. But here's what you need to understand. Most people don't care about you as much as you think they do. They're too busy worrying about their own lives, their own insecurities, their own struggles. And even if they do judge you, what does it really change? Nothing. Their opinions don't pay your bills. Their approval doesn't put in the late nights, the extra hours, the sacrifices. So why waste time worrying about them? If you want to be unstoppable, you need to break free from the need for approval. You need to develop a mindset where your self-belief is unshakable, where you trust yourself so deeply that no amount of doubt from others can throw you off course. That starts with changing your perspective. Instead of asking, what will people think if I fail? Start asking, what will happen if I never try? Instead of waiting for someone to validate your dreams, validate them yourself by taking action. Let your results do the talking. The most successful people in the world didn't ask for permission to be great. They simply decided to be. They didn't wait for someone to approve of their path. They created their own. And that's what you need to do. Stop looking for someone to tell you it's okay to go after your goals. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Stop expecting people to understand your vision, because they won't. Not until you bring it to life. One of the best things you can do for yourself is to get comfortable being misunderstood. People won't always understand why you're working so hard, why you're sacrificing comfort, why you're obsessed with your vision. That's fine. It's not their job to understand. It's your job to execute. The best revenge isn't arguing, explaining, or trying to convince people to believe in you. The best revenge is proving them wrong. And that the way you do that, you take action. You show up every day. You put in the work when nobody's watching. You don't post about it. You don't seek validation for it. You just do it. You become so focused on your own growth that you no longer care what people think. The second you stop seeking approval, you become dangerous, because now nobody can stop you. Look at the most powerful, successful people in the world. Do you think they got to where they are by worrying about what people thought of them? No. They stopped asking for permission. They stopped waiting for approval. They stopped explaining themselves. They built their success in silence, through discipline, through execution, through an unshakable belief in themselves. So what about you? Are you still waiting for people to believe in you before you start? Are you still hesitating because you're afraid of what others might say? If you are, then you need to make a decision today to break free, to stop waiting, to start doing. Because at the end of the day, nobody's approval is required for you to be great. Your success doesn't need permission. Your dreams don't need validation. Your dreams don't need validation. Your potential is yours to unlock, and nobody else gets a say in that. You have the power. The only question is, will you use it? Number 3, consistency over motivation. Motivation is a lie. It's unreliable, unpredictable, and disappears when you need it the most. If you rely on motivation to take action, you'll only work hard when you feel like it. And that's why most people never succeed. The difference between those who win and those who stay stuck isn't talent, luck, or resources. It's consistency, the ability to show up every single day, no matter how you feel, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how much you don't want to. Most people wait to feel motivated before they take action. They think, I'll start when I feel ready, or I'll go to the gym when I feel inspired, or I'll chase my dreams when the timing is perfect. But the truth is, you'll never always feel ready. You'll never always feel inspired. Some days you'll wake up tired. Some days you'll doubt yourself. Some days you'll feel like everything is against you. And those are the days that matter the most, because anyone can work hard when they're excited. Anyone can be disciplined when they're in the mood. But the people who truly succeed, they show up anyway. This is where most people fail. They start strong, full of energy and enthusiasm. They set big goals, create detailed plans, and tell themselves, this time I'm really going to do it. But then something happens. They lose motivation. The excitement wears off. The grind sets in. They hit obstacles. They don't see immediate results. And because they were relying on motivation to carry them, they quit. They tell themselves, I'll start again when I feel more motivated. And the cycle repeats. The harsh reality is success is boring. It's not about doing grand, exciting things every day. It's about doing the same small, disciplined actions over and over until they become second nature. It's about building habits that keep you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. Think about professional athletes. Do you think they wait until they feel like training before they show up to practice? No. They train every single day, whether they feel like it or not. That's what separates them from the amateurs. Success works the same way. It's not one big moment, one major breakthrough. It's a series of small, consistent actions that add up over time. It's waking up early, even when you'd rather sleep in. It's studying even when you're not in the mood. It's putting in extra hours, even when nobody is watching. It's doing what needs to be done, even when you'd rather do something else. Because discipline beats motivation every single time. So how do you build consistency? First, stop making excuses. Stop telling yourself you need to feel motivated before you take action. Instead, train yourself to take action no matter how you feel. The more you do this, the easier it becomes over time. Showing up becomes a habit, it becomes who you are. Second, create a system. Don't rely on willpower alone. Willpower fades, but a system keeps you on track. Set specific times for your work. Make a plan, set deadlines, remove distractions, and set up your environment for success. If you want to work out in the morning, lay your clothes out the night before. If you want to study more, put your phone in another room. Set yourself up to win. Third, track your progress. What gets measured gets improved. Keep a journal, a checklist, or a habit tracker. Seeing your streak of consistent action will keep you accountable. And when you miss a day, get back on track immediately. One mistake won't ruin you, but letting it turn into a habit will. Lastly, commit for the long run. Stop looking for quick results. Stop expecting instant success. Understand that the biggest rewards come from long-term consistency, not short-term efforts. The people who succeed are the ones who kept going even when they didn't see progress right away. They trusted the process. They showed up every day knowing that success is a marathon, not a sprint. So ask yourself, are you willing to be consistent? Are you willing to put in the work even when nobody's clapping? Are you willing to grind even when it feels like nothing is happening? Because if you are, you've already won. The battle isn't about talent, intelligence, or luck. It's about persistence. And the only way to fail is to quit. Stop relying on motivation. Stop waiting to feel ready. Build consistency and you will succeed. Number 4, stop waiting for Sue. Report, be your own biggest fan. Most people waste years of their lives waiting for support, waiting for someone to believe in them, waiting for validation before they take action. But here's the truth. Nobody is required to believe in you. Nobody owes you encouragement. And if you keep waiting for approval, you'll stay stuck forever. Think about it. How many dreams have died because someone was waiting for permission? How many ideas were never executed because the people around them didn't understand? The world is full of people who had the potential to do something great, but never did because they were too busy waiting for someone else to push them forward. Don't be one of those people. The reality is most people won't support you in the beginning, not because they're against you, but because they don't see your vision. Your dreams exist in your mind, but to them, you're just another person with big ideas. They'll doubt you. They'll question you. Some will even discourage you. Not because they want to see you fail, but because they can't imagine success beyond their own limitations. And that's why you can't depend on them. You have to be your own biggest fan. You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. You have to push forward when everyone is silent. You have to work in the dark without applause, without recognition, without validation, because success isn't about being noticed. It's about being relentless. It's about being relentless. It's frustrating, isn't it? You expect your friends, your family, the people closest to you to back you up. You think they'll see your potential and push you forward, but instead they hesitate. They downplay your goals. They tell you to be realistic, and if you let it, that doubt will kill your momentum. Here's what you need to understand. People only support what they can understand. If they've never seen someone succeed in your field, they won't believe it's possible for you. If they've never taken risks in their own lives, they'll warn you against taking any in yours. If they've settled for an average life, they'll convince you to do the same. Not because they hate you, but because they don't know any better. But your vision isn't for them. It's for you. Your success doesn't need their approval. Your journey doesn't need their understanding. The people who doubt you now will either cheer for you later or be left behind. But either way, your path is your own. So what do you do when no one is clapping for you? You clap for yourself. You train yourself to rely on internal validation, not external approval. You build self-belief so strong that nothing, not rejection, not doubt, not failure, can shake you. If support comes, great. But if it doesn't, it changes nothing. Make peace with the fact that you might have to walk this road alone, not forever, but in the beginning. And that's okay. Most successful people started with zero support. They built their own momentum. They didn't wait. They worked. When someone tells you you can't do it, use it as fuel. Instead of letting doubt discourage you, turn it into motivation. Prove to yourself that they were wrong. Prove that you don't need approval to take action. Let rejection sharpen you, not break you. The best way to silence doubters is through results. Stop talking. Stop explaining. Stop trying to convince people to believe in you. Just get to work. The moment you start improving physically, mentally, financially, people will notice. And the ones who doubted you, they'll either disappear or suddenly start supporting you. If the people around you aren't pushing you forward, distance yourself. You don't need negativity poisoning your mindset. Find mentors, read books, listen to people who have done what you want to do. Even if you have to stand alone, you'll bet. Or make an introduction for you. If you're constantly learning from those ahead of you every day, ask yourself, if nobody supported me, if nobody believed in me, if nobody ever clapped for me, would I still do this? If the answer is yes, you're on the right path, because at the end of the day, your success should be for you, not for them. Here's the irony. Once you stop seeking approval, once you start moving in silence, once you start proving yourself through action instead of words, something amazing happens. People start paying attention. The same ones who doubted you will ask for advice. The same ones who said you can't will say, I always knew you could. But by then you won't even care because you'll have learned the most important lesson. You never needed them to begin with. So here's the question. Are you going to keep waiting for support, or are you going to start building yourself up now? Because at the end of the day, nobody is coming to push you forward. Nobody is obligated to believe in your dream. Nobody will work as hard for your success as you will. And that's the best news ever, because it means you don't have to wait. It means you don't have to beg for permission. It means you are in full control of your future. So stop looking around for validation. Stop waiting for people to clap for you. Put your head down, do the work, and become so good they have no choice. But to notice by then you won't need their support because you'll have built something unshakable by yourself, for yourself. Number 5, master your focus. Cut out distractions and stay relentless. Success isn't reserved for the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. It belongs to those who can focus relentlessly while everyone else is distracted. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless notifications, mindless scrolling, binge-watching shows, pointless gossip, and the constant net noise of people who add no value to your life. If you don't take control of your focus will be controlled for you. Most people claim they want success, but their actions say otherwise. They wake up and immediately check their phone, waste hours on meaningless entertainment, and spend their time worrying about things that don't matter. Then they wonder why they're stuck. The truth is, distractions are the silent killers of potential. They don't destroy your dreams in one big explosion. They do it slowly, little by little, until one day you wake up and realize you've wasted years doing nothing that truly matters. If you want to separate yourself from the crowd, you must learn to master your focus. You must train your mind to lock in on what's important and eliminate everything else. This is not easy. It requires discipline, self-awareness, and an unwavering commitment to your goals. But once you master focus, you become unstoppable. While others are wasting time, you're building. While they're distracted, you're improving. While they're watching, you're executing. The biggest mistake people make is assuming focus is something you either have or don't have. That's not true. Focus is a skill. It can be trained, developed, and strengthened. But just like any skill, it requires effort. You don't become focused overnight. You build it day by day by making small but powerful decisions that shape your habits. One of the first steps to mastering focus is identifying your distractions. Most people underestimate how much time they waste. They think scrolling on their phone for just 5 minutes isn't a big deal. They believe watching one more episode of a show won't hurt. But time is like money. If you don't track it, you'll spend it on things that don't matter. Take a hard look at your daily habits. How much of your time is spent on activities that push you closer to your goals? And how much is wasted on distractions that keep you stuck until you get brutally honest with yourself? You'll never fix the problem. Once you've identified your distractions, eliminate them. If social media is stealing your time, delete the apps or set strict time limits. If your environment is full of noise and negativity, create a space that allows you to work undisturbed. If the people around you constantly distract you, limit your time with them. Successful people don't just hope they'll stay focused. They design their environment in a way that forces them to stay focused. Another crucial step is developing deep work habits. Most people do shallow work. They multitask, jump from one thing to another, and never fully engage in what they're doing. But real progress comes from deep, uninterrupted work. This means turning off your phone, blocking out distractions, and giving 100% of your attention to the task at hand. The more you train your brain to focus for extended periods, the stronger it becomes. There's a reason the best athletes, the top CEOs, and the most successful entrepreneurs don't live like the average person. They protect their time and energy with everything they have. They understand that focus is their greatest weapon, and they refuse to waste it on nonsense. They're not constantly scrolling, gossiping, or chasing temporary pleasure. They're locked in. They're working while others are wasting time. They're focused while others are distracted. That's why they win. You must start seeing your focus as your most valuable asset. Every time you allow yourself to get distracted, you're stealing from your future. Every time you waste time on things that don't matter, you're delaying your success. If you truly want to achieve something great, you must guard your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. One of the biggest lies we tell or make an introductions for you ourselves is that we can handle distractions and still be productive. We think we can check our phone just for a second and then get back to work. But studies show that once you lose focus, it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully regain it. That means every time you check your phone, answer an unnecessary message, or switch between tasks, you're destroying your ability to perform at your highest level. The most successful people don't just work hard, they work deeply. They give their full attention to one thing at a time, and that's why they get more done in a day than most people do in a week. Focus also requires knowing your priorities. Not all tasks are created equal. Some things will push you closer to success, while others will just keep you busy. The trick is learning the difference. Many people fill their day with small, low-value tasks that make them feel productive, but don't actually move them forward. Successful people focus on what truly matters. They ask themselves, what's the one thing I can do today that will make the biggest impact? And then they do it. Another powerful way to master focus is creating a routine. The more structured your day is, the less room there is for distractions. Set specific times for deep work, exercise, learning, and rest. The more disciplined you are with your time, the world will create one for you. One filled with distractions, wasted time, and lost potential. Your ability to focus isn't just about productivity. It's about who you become. Every time you resist a distraction, you're building mental strength. Every time you stay locked in on your work, you're training yourself to handle pressure. Focus isn't just a tool for success, it's a mindset, a way of life. The more you master it, the more powerful you become. So ask yourself, are you in control of your focus? Or is your focus controlled by everything around you? Are you spending your time on things that matter? Or are you letting distractions steal your future? Because at the end of the day, success isn't about who's the smartest or the most talented. It's about who can focus the longest. The world is filled with brilliant, talented people who never made it anywhere because they were too distracted to put in the work. Don't let that be you. It's time to cut out the noise. It's time to eliminate the distractions that are holding you back. It's time to take your focus seriously, because once you do, everything changes. You start making real progress. You start seeing results. You start separating yourself from the crowd. Most people will never master their focus. Most people will live their entire lives being distracted, unfocused, and unproductive. But you don't have to be one of them. You have the power to take control. You have the power to lock in, block out the nonsense, and do the work. So stop waiting. Stop wasting time. Get focused. Stay relentless and watch your life transform. Number 6, work hard in silence. Let success speak for itself. Most people talk too much. They announce their goals, share their plans, and expect admiration for what they intend to do instead of what they've actually done. They post about their next big move, waiting for validation, hoping that someone will acknowledge their potential. But here's the truth. Talking doesn't build success. Work does. If you really want to achieve something great, stop announcing your plans, stop telling the world what you're about to do, stop looking for applause before you've even started. The people who achieve extraordinary things aren't the ones who talk about it. They're the ones who put their heads down, grind in silence, and let their results do the talking. Why? Because success doesn't come from attention. It comes from effort. Too many people waste time trying to look successful instead of actually becoming successful. They spend hours on social media posting about their journey, trying to impress people who don't even care, instead of using that time to work. And when things get tough, when motivation fades, they have nothing to fall back on because all they ever did was talk. Real winners operate differently. They move in silence. They don't seek approval. They don't broadcast their progress. They don't feel the need to constantly prove themselves to others. They prove themselves to themselves. They show up every day, work relentlessly, and let their success speak for itself. While everyone else is talking about what they're going to do, they're actually doing it. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do you think they became great by announcing their every move? No. They became great by mastering their craft behind closed doors. They spent years working in silence, refining their skills, making sacrifices, and pushing themselves harder than anyone else would. And when they finally achieved success, it was undeniable. They didn't have to convince people they were great. Their results did that for them. That's the mindset you need. Stop seeking validation. Stop expecting people to cheer for you. Stop worrying about who's noticing your progress. The only thing that matters is the work you put in when nobody's watching, because that's where success is built. Not in public, not on social media, not in conversations about what you're planning to do, but in those quiet moments alone when nobody else is paying attention, but you're still putting in the work. One of the biggest benefits of working in silence is that it eliminates unnecessary pressure. When you tell everyone about your goals, you create an expectation. And if you don't follow this, immediately, you start feeling like a failure. Not because you actually failed, but because you've already attached your identity to an outcome that hasn't even happened yet. But when you keep your goals to yourself and just focus on doing the work, you free yourself from that burden. You move with purpose, not pressure. Another reason to work in silence is that it keeps you focused on what really matters, progress, not perception. When you constantly seek validation, your priorities shift. Instead of doing what's best for your growth, you start doing what looks good to others. Instead of making strategic moves, you make emotional decisions based on how people will react. Instead of focusing on results, you focus on approval. And that's a dangerous trap because the more you chase validation, the more dependent you become on it. And once you start needing people's approval to keep going, you lose control. The truth is, most people don't care about your success as much as you think they do. They're too focused on their own lives, their own problems, their own goals. And the few who do care, some of them don't actually want to see you succeed. They might act supportive on the surface, but deep down, they don't want you to rise above them. They don't want to see you break free from mediocrity because it forces them to confront their own lack of progress. That's why working in silence is so powerful. It keeps you in control. It protects your energy. It allows you to build without distractions, without unnecessary expectations, without external pressure weighing you down. And when you finally succeed, it's undeniable. Nobody can question it. Nobody can doubt it because you didn't just talk about it. You did it, you did it, did it, did it, did it, did it. Because you didn't just talk about it, you did it, did it. This doesn't mean you have to be secretive about everything. It just means you should stop giving away your energy to things that don't matter. If you're truly serious about your goals, prove it through action, not words. You don't need to constantly announce what you're doing. You don't need to document every little step of your journey. You just need to execute. And when you reach your goals, that's when you let people see what you've built. There's a reason why the phrase move in silence has become a mantra for so many high achievers. It's because it works. It allows you to stay focused, stay hungry, and stay in control of your own progress. And most importantly, it removes distractions because when you're not constantly talking about what you're doing, you're free to actually do it. So how do you start implementing this mindset in your life? First, stop seeking external validation. You don't need anyone's approval to chase your dreams. You don't need applause to take action. You just need to start. Second, train yourself to focus on progress, not perception. Every day, ask yourself, am I doing this because it moves me forward or because I want recognition? If the answer is recognition, let it go. It's not worth your time. Third, create a work ethic that doesn't rely on motivation. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. If you only work hard when you feel inspired, you'll never reach your full potential. The real winners show up every single day, whether they feel like it or not. Fourth, make your success undeniable. Don't just aim to succeed. Aim to succeed so massively that nobody can ignore it. That way, when you do finally share your journey, it won't be just talk, it will be proof. And finally, trust the process. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's